GoFest 2021 is finally here, guys. Oh my god.
This is the time we have all been waiting for, and this video is going to be on tips, tricks, and just helpful information on how you can survive GoFest.
Let's get right into it.
Back from the dead.
So the beginning of this video is going to be really about information. So if you feel like you know most of it already,
You're smart. You're smart. And go ahead and skip down to the timestamp down below. That's going to be where the tips and tricks are. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Let's get right into day one. So day one of GoFest 2021, let's go over all the bonuses. And at first glance, we don't have many bonuses, but that's because the event itself is so jam-packed with goodies. So right away we have half egg hatch distance, and we have 3-hour lures. We get snapshots on both days, and we get a special research reward for Meloetta, the mythical Pokemon.
it is going to be released every GoFest. They do release a mythical, and we are so excited to have Meloetta, and the whole GoFest is themed around music.
Yeah, so with that being said, there's going to be so many brand new shiny releases related to music. Whismur, Chimecho, Audino. We're even going to get the debut of shiny Temple, Unknown F, Sock, and Throw. Those are some really awesome regionals that they're not very common, so it's going to be really good to get in on this event and get those shinies early.
One thing I also wanted to note is we are also getting Shiny Unknown G. However, we got Shiny Unknown G in last GoFest. So if you didn't get one last time, now is your chance. Just like me, I didn't get one.
We also are going to have hourly challenges for bonuses that will unlock for the rest of that hour. So you want to be paying attention to the Today tab to figure that out. There's also going to be 4 different collection challenges for the 4 different habitats that are going to be spawning during this event. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to pick a path. If you're going to want the Pop Star or the Rock Star. Now, each one is going to have a different costume Pikachu, and it's also going to include different music for your in-game, which is really awesome. They really haven't done this before, and I'm very excited to see or hear what this music is going to be like.
There are 4 different habitats that you're going to be looking at. The cave, the ocean beach, the desert mountain, and the jungle. Each habitat will be spawning for 1 hour, and they will be rotating, so you get each habitat twice.
Which is really good because there's some really amazing Pokemon, and if you miss it in the first hour, you could try to focus on that one for the second hour. So the cave is going to have Roggenrola, Galarian Stunfisk, Dino, Umbreon, Gardevoir, Absol, and even Galvantula. Really good stuff. I'm mostly looking forward to that Dino.
Dino.
As I'm sure most of you are too. Next is the Ocean Beach. Now this one is going to have Dratini, Swablu, Alola. It's also going to have Gyarados, Vaporeon, and Asmodee. Really good spawns. Gyarados could even be shiny in the wild now because it's in Mega Raids. The Desert Mountain is going to have Skarmory, Shieldon, Hippopotas, Flareon, Tyranitar, and Flygon. Now those are pretty spicy. The jungle habitat is going to include Scyther, Aipom, Froakie, Ludicolo, Chatot, oh my god, Leafeon, and Serperior. Now, that's not to say that those are the only spawns that are going to happen. That's just what we know of right now. There's definitely going to be more Pokemon that spawn during those hours that just aren't revealed yet. They usually like to surprise us with a lot of those.
Some key notes we want you guys to take away from this is make sure when you are in the jungle, you are getting that Chatot. That is a regional Pokemon that probably doesn't spawn where you live. I mean, the Sock and the Throw are regionals that are going to be appearing worldwide and shiny. Definitely something you want to get. Of course, Dino is one of the rarest spawns. You want that.
Note, you will only get the unknowns in the Sock and Throw if you're a ticket holder. So a lot of these spawns really depend on if you're a ticket holder or not. If you're not a ticket holder, you're still going to get a lot of amazing spawns, but not quite the diversity that you're getting if you are a ticket holder.
If you're not a ticket holder, you will not be seeing any unknowns. Unknowns will be spawning in every hour, but like we said, you won't be seeing any unknowns, and you will not be seeing any Throw or any sock. So just from those alone, I would really consider getting the ticket. And then keep in mind that the shiny rate will be better on the first day compared to the second day.
The shiny rate on that first day is going to be extremely boosted. Day 2 will not be as boosted. The spawns will still be there, but it will be way easier to get the shinies on day 1. Day 2 is going to be all about them raids.
Every single legendary they've ever had is being re-released all on this crazy GoFest day.
That's right, there's going to be 37 different legendary Pokemon, and trust me, that's definitely overwhelming.
It's
I feel
overwhelming.
overwhelmed just thinking about it.
As raid addicts, like, we feel it.
Yeah, so let's kind of break down each different hour type, and then we'll go into each one that's spawning.
So similarly to day 1, there's going to be different habitats, and Niantic wants to kind of keep this theme for day 2. So there's going to be 4 different habitats that each raid boss can particularly spawn in. So there's wind, there's lava, there's frost, and there is thunder.
Now each of these you're going to be able to get twice because there's 8 hours in the event, and each of these habitats will only be spawning for an hour. So there's going to be plenty of time if you missed it in the first hour to get it in the next time that same habitat is spawning. My favorite raid hour is going to be definitely the wind hour. Not only are we going to get Ho-Oh, Latios, Latias, Regigigas, Giratina, Cresselia, Tornadus, and Virizion, but the prized possession, Mewtwo.
The second hour that we're going to be having is the lava hour. So we're going to be looking at Moltres, Entei, Heatran, Reshiram, Groudon, Regirock, Landorus, Yveltal, and Terrakion.
These are all amazing Pokemon, and I'm so excited. Now the next one is going to be the Frost Hour. We're going to have the Lake Trio, Uxie, Mispert, and Azelf. We're also going to have Kyurem, Palkia, Regice, Suicune, Articuno, Lugia, and Kyogre. I'm very excited to try to get a good Kyogre this time. All mine suck.
And then we have the Thunder Hour. So we're looking at Zapdos, Raikou, Registeel, Dialga, Thundurus, Zekrom, Xerneas, Cobalion, and of course, one of the most favorite, Rayquaza.
Now for ticket holders, you're gonna get extra bonuses for this raid day. You're gonna get an extra 10,000 experience for every single raid that you're doing. If you're trying to level up,
Today's the day.
today's the day. You're also gonna get 10 free regular raid passes from spinning the photo discs at gyms. You can also earn up to 8 remote raid passes from timed special research. And you can also, there's a bundle in the shop for 3 remote raid passes for free. It's gonna be a ton of amazing free raid passes. If you take advantage of all of them, that's 21 free raid passes. That's a lot. So now that we got all this information out of the way, let's get into the tips and tricks and really what should you do? How do?
Trust me guys, we know it's overwhelming, but one thing's for sure, we got your back.
That's for sure. So the first thing is that each day is 8 hours long. So if you're gonna want to use your incense, star piece, and lucky eggs for both days, well, you're gonna have to get those stuff ready beforehand. So you're gonna want 8 incense for each day for a total of 16. You're gonna want 16 star pieces for each day, equals 32, and 16 lucky eggs for each day, another 32. That may seem like a lot of items, but you should be getting a little bit of rewards throughout by doing the special research. So I wouldn't worry too much if you don't have 32 in your inventory right now. But speaking of inventory, you definitely need to get tons of Pokeballs. Tons. If you get a shiny and you can't catch it, it's gonna feel really bad.
Rip.
So make sure that your item bag has a lot of capacity and that you fill up on Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls beforehand. Now, if you're gonna be using a Go Plus or a Gacha during the raids, you're gonna wanna fill up majority on Pokeballs. But if you're gonna be focusing more on catching on the first day, well, you're gonna wanna have a lot of Great Balls and Ultra Balls because you don't want these rare Pokemon to run away from you.
So with us bringing up how important it is to have Pokeballs, let's talk about bag management while raiding.
Yes, that's going to be extremely important. Bag management is almost as important as having bag space in the first place.
With raiding, your bag fills up very quickly. It's kind of scary because you're just being dumped with potions and revives and rare candies and golden raspberries, which is exciting, but holy crap, you have so much of that stuff, you can't even spin items. You can't even spin stops. That's a problem. So if you need to dump items, dump potions, dump super potions, look at your rare candies, see what you can use, and also take a look at your evolution items. Is there any you can get rid of? Because personally, I never like to have more of 7 evolution items at a time of each.
Not only that, but I mean, the charge TMs and fast TMs, I mean, right now in my bag, I think I have over 200 of each.
Not needed.
I don't use them that often, so I mean, maybe bringing them down to even 50 of each, and then during the raids, you could figure out, hey, do I want to keep it? Do I not? What do I want to do? Those would be the first things that I would go for deletion.
I mean, just the whole time while you're raiding, monitor your storage because, you know, if you have 500 revives to start off with, chances are you're gonna have way more than that to continue on with the day, so you don't need 500 revives. Sorry, not sorry. Dump them.
Another important thing about the bag space too is if you have max potions, you won't need super potions and regular potions. You just toss them.
Yeet them.
Just hold on to all of your maxes and some hypers, and you should be fine. You don't need all that extra stuff. Same with max revives. If you're using max revives, well, you won't need that many regular revives, and you won't need that many potions either. So try to think to yourself, what am I actually going to be using? What am I actually going to be needing?
So I guess what I'm saying is, since bag space is such a paramount, if you can invest into more bag space, do it.
Yeah, that's very important. Bag space is way more important than Pokemon storage. You can always mass transfer, but in your item space, you can never just gain 200 balls randomly. So you want to prioritize buying that bag space, clearing that bag space, making sure it is exactly the way that you want it. So let's go into this with a plan. Okay guys, that's what you're gonna want to do. Go into this with a plan. Now for the raiding hours, I would go into each one thinking about 2 or 3 main legendaries that you want to focus on. For me, the wind hour, I'm gonna be focusing on Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, and Giratina because I really want those. That's my personal thing. You may want to focus on other ones for your own personal reasons.
And there are a ton of different reasons you could want to do these certain Pokemon. I mean, you could need the Dex entry, you could need a shiny, you could be looking for that Hundo or that coveted Shundo, or you could be looking for XL candy because you need 296 XL candy to max a Pokemon up to level 50.
Yeah, if you're level 40, you'll be able to earn at minimum 3 XL candy per legendary raid. This is one of the newest bonuses that we've been getting in Pokemon Go, and it's been amazing so far.
We believe that the most popular raids, which will be the easiest raids to take down, the easiest raids to get into by far, will be Mewtwo, Rayquaza, Kyogre, and Groudon.
Yeah, those are going to be really at the top of most people's priority lists because they can be shiny and they're extremely powerful for raid battles, Master League, and a few other really good uses.
It's really spicy when you power it up all the way and you see it at the top of your list.
Yeah, I love my Mewtwo being at the top. It's the best.
In order to help yourself with making a plan, if you have the remote raid passes, I highly suggest you joining Discords and find all these raiding apps. There's a ton of raiding apps, fun fact. And you know, maybe even your local Facebook group could have certain people that are hosting raids there. I see it all the time on ours.
Yeah, we really would suggest focusing on those things, especially if you're playing at home. Make sure you have a good group that you can reliably get raids from. Go into those groups early, make friends, let people know what you want. There's gonna be definitely a chaotic feeling to this day, and
it's okay, we are all gonna feel it.
We're all gonna feel it. Don't worry, don't stress. Get your plan ready and go into it prepared.
Personally, my favorite way to raid is through Discord. What I would do is I would, before GoFest, do this days before GoFest. Don't do this to yourself the day of because you will lose time. befriend people who are looking for the same raids you are beforehand. You know, and maybe even find people who are in other time zones so you can continuously focus on certain raid bosses.
Let's just wrap up the tips and tricks for both days. So for day 1, you're gonna want to focus on getting all those spawns, popping your incenses, making sure you're catching everything, and getting all the new event exclusives, as well as finishing the collection challenges and all these different things. The day 2, you're really gonna want to focus on these specific raid bosses with your plan and your bag space in mind and bag management in mind. If you have a Go Plus, if you have a Gotcha, you have a catching device Pokeball Plus, you definitely want to be using it for day 2. The shiny rate isn't as high on day 2.
But it could still happen.
But it could still happen, especially on your Go Plus when you're not even paying attention. These are spawns that you wouldn't even get because you have this item.
And I mean, with raiding, if you're interested in raiding, you're probably looking for XP. Those catches also, of course, add up to XP. Even if a Pokemon runs from you, you're gaining XP.
Exactly, so stack those lucky eggs, stack those star pieces, and get ready for the event of a lifetime. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I know it was a lot to take in, but hopefully this can help you prepare for GoFest. And this is gonna be the most premier event of the year. It always is. It's basically the Super Bowl of Pokemon Go.
I think
it's
that's a safe way to put
unbelievable.
it. And guys, if there is a question that we didn't answer that you have, put it down below. I'm sure that we can probably help you with it. I mean, we met raiding. We know lots about raiding.
That's true. Alright guys, thanks again, and be sure to check out our Patreon, our Twitch channel, and so many more of our amazing social medias. We love connecting with you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.